I joined the Imperials 2 years ago. For 5 months, I had ruled as the Imperials' Emperor. But these months, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I had seen the gates of the anti-Imperials, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in the darkness, a dooming swoops the land. This is the 19th of June 2020, the year of the Imperial. These are the closing days of the Imperial Empire and the final hours of my reign. This is the story of my reign. A guy named Pinochet had taken power of the Imperials and become an emperor out of desperation, and no other good candidates. In this time, he has surrendered many branches to the anti-Imperials, and decreased the Imperial population to under 100 citizens. Gamerman was only urged to come back to the Imperials by Scooby, who knew that a tyrant had taken power of the group, so Gamerman, seeing no other choice, knew, but he had to complete his moral duty. Scooby, Gamerman, and several other heroic Imperials held a Senate vote to see who would become Emperor. The vote made Gamerman Emperor, which allowed him to take over the Imperials. As a result, he kicked everyone who looked anti-Imperial. Seeing what a shithole the Senate had become, he totally disbanded the Senate and cut all power from it. Nothing was lost on this day. Gamerman saw that Pinochet had purposely burnt all the old Imperial laws, so Gamerman was forced to create new Imperial laws for citizens. These laws made sure no citizen had any loyalty to anything but the state of the Imperials, so all citizens were required to say the sacred oath of, "I pledge allegiance to the Imperial Way, one all-glorious state of ultimate power, and each citizen of the great empire. All hail the Imperials, glory to the empire." Because of Pinochet's branch system, the branches of the Imperials were basically dead and inactive, so Gamerman was forced to make the Imperials active in under a week. And he got Brickzebra to help him too. The Gamerman went to 1990 and realized how the branch was full of insiders, obvious ults that had been undetected by Pinochet. Gamerman kicked this guy called Stasmaster after he nuked the branch. He had been running for at least 6 months. Yes, he nuked his own branch that he created. Stasmaster met up with this incel called Unknown Elite to try and figure out a way to take down the Imperials. Being the parasite anti-Imperials they were, they couldn't come to a conclusion, and they both went their own ways. Unknown Elite went around to every fucking group on 9b90, and when I say every, I mean every, and manipulated every one of them into joining his evil chaotic alliance against the Imperials, and the anti-Imperial horde was forming. Gamerman thought that taking back 9b90 would be easy, but he didn't realize how many incels played it. Gamerman asking High General Scooby to take down these baboons while he fixed the branch, which Scooby gladly accepted, because he knew that it would be easy to take them down. It's because he had much experience dealing with these 9b90 anti-Imperials, while Gamerman wanted to just fix the branch. So Scooby got the second High General Tor to take down these incels with him. In a mere few days, Scooby incited the largest group of the Alliance known as Exoshek, and griefed one of their bases. However, out of the mercy of the Imperials, they allowed Exoshek to become a slave group, which meant that Exoshek had to leave the Alliance and contribute to the Imperials every day, which they did. Then this incel group called Team No Spawn just outright surrendered to the Imperials because they knew that they were next. Then this group called Elite Force, this is the group that Unknown Elite run. What a surprise. So Gamerman made a no surrender policy for the group. That means that this group could not surrender, because these are the people who instigated it. So the Imperials just didn't grief all their bases, they nuked their Discord as well, removing all traces of their history from existence on 9b90. And if you thought this was the only anti-Imperial war, well, yeah, I wish. Well anyway, now that the war was over, the High Generals went back to constantly PvPing in Spawn. Yeah, so Gamerman and Bricker made the 2v2 teams and 9v9 teams active in this period of war, so they needed to expand the Imperials onto even more servers like the old Imperials once did. So Brick had come up with this idea. There was a new anarchy server called Salc1 Anarchy that had many players joining it. Brick had a friend from the Imperial-like group long ago who was wanting to help the Imperials. He was known as Notefrid. Both Brick Zebra and Notefrid and other Imperial chads went to Salc1 and started a branch. Now this branch just got 100 citizens to join in the first fucking week. Now that's fucking unbelievable. What chads? Good guys. Heroes. Yeah, and in the meantime, Gamerman created this thing called Imperial Gold. You probably know about it. But it's this currency that the Imperials use to trade stuff. It's basically like a Vocoin, but like 10 times better. Anyway, there was this Chad from the Salc1 branch. Yeah, that's the one that was just created, known as Badmaster Salman. Now he got sick of playing Salc1 because of how easy it was for the Imperials. Everything was just so easy on there for them. So he created two new branches, the 4b40 Imperial branch and the 0b0t Imperial branch. The 4b40 branch wasn't that successful, since 4b40 is basically dead. However, the 0b0t branch obtained many members, and rivaled the Salc1 branch. Now look, pleb, the Empire is finally back. But wait, there's more, because basically every server had been colonized by the Imperials. They had to go to the small servers such as AMC. Yes, AMC, that famous server where America refounded the Imperials. Gamerman brought the Imperials back to AMC, and many smaller servers. Oh wow, the Imperials just grew a population of 400 citizens across the Empire. Imperial wires are being built across the spawn of several millions of servers, and the Imperial infrastructure was being built across these servers. These months were known as the Golden Months, because the Imperials were the largest state they ever had been in its history so far. Now here's the shocking part, Gamerman was red-pilled one day after watching why Rome would have been better with a republic. Gamerman knew that the old Senate was useless and corrupt, but Gamerman knew the Imperials would die if they stayed as an empire. So what did Gamerman do? He made an entirely new Senate structure, basing it off the Roman Senate structure, and modifying it so that no one could be corrupt. Gamerman left his emperor position, and allowed the Senate to rule the Imperials. The Senate had absolutely no flaws. None whatsoever.